Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fazah Magnia with last ID 123, and today I would like to retell you this dramatic story of the novel called Tanglefine by Janet Daly. And now let's deep dive into the story. Okay. Okay. The story starts on a hot August evening in New York City with a girl named Kelly Douglas. On TV, she is a super famous, successful news reporter who looks totally confident, but inside that is hiding a dark secret. One night, while working in a Central Park, Kelly spotted an older man in a plaid shirt and completely freeze in fear. Terrible memories flash in her mind. Memories of an abusive father, a heavy feast, and the scary smell of whiskey. Carrie's real name is actually Elizabeth. She is the runaway daughter of land doctor, a violent and angry alcoholic who lived in a broken-down shack in California. 12 years ago, she packed her bag, changed her hair, ditched her thick glasses for contact lenses, and took her mom's maiden names and ran away to start completely new life. And now, let's look 3,000 miles away at Napa Valley, California. This is a place of a massive wealth and beautiful wineries. Ruling over the empire is a 90-year-old grandma named Catherine Lodge, but everyone called her is Madame. Madame has a backbone made of literal iron, and her life motto is grief comes first and human feeling comes second. But a strict rules totally broke her own family apart. Years ago, her two sons, Jonathan and Gilbert, got into a steady bloody fistfight right on the winery floor because they couldn't agree on a business. Catherine took Jonathan's side and kicked her youngest son, Gilbert, out of company for good. Gilbert was so furious that he built a rival winery right down and the road called the Cloister. Since then, mother and son have been playing a toxic game of corporate revenge. Right now, a wealthy French billionaire named Baron Emily Fougeray arrived in town. Catherine was one to sign a mega deal with him. But Gilbert is trying to steal the deal because he's on finance and secretly dying from a nasty insect plague, and he desperately needs the Frenchman cash. And the drama gets absolutely wild when everyone travels to New York for a fancy wine auction. Uh, by total coincidence, Catherine Lodge is invited as a last-minute guest on a Kelly live TV show. When Kelly sees Catherine and her handsome grandson, yes, Sam Rutledge, walk into the studio, she secretly loses her mind. She's face to face with the richest people from her old hometown, but Kelly acts like a total pro and pull off a flawless interview. Neither Catherine nor Sam recognize this glamour TV star as a terrified little girl from the shack of the next door. And that night, at a fancy after party, things get messy. Gilbert's mood talking about son. Clyde Routledge decided to play dirty. He tired the French barren lonely young wife, Natalie, and seduced her in a secret minor meeting, planning to use her to make the Baron sign a deal with Gilbert instead of Catherine. But while Clyde is playing game, his cousin Sam is hiding in the quiet library. When he bumps into Kelly, they start talking about their lonely lives. Some fake out airplanes, and Kelly restored old furniture. When some drive her home, the chemistry totally exploded, and they share a super romantic kiss on the doorstep. But because they are both terrified of getting hurt, they pull back it quickly. And then, when they back in California, Kelly toxic dad Len Daughtry is losing everything. He owes Catherine $35,000 and she's about to take his land, and Len goes completely crazy. And he drank and starts shooting a rifle at some worker. Sam has to act like a little action hero. A sneak through the business and tackled Len to take the gun away. And later that week, Len is drinking at the bar when he looked up at the TV screen. He sees Kelly Douglas reporting the news, and you know what? He's recognized his doctor voice, realized that she is now rich. Len called her long distance at NBC, and then Kelly answered, and her voice shattered when she heard her dead voice say, "Lizzie girl, is that you?" Len demanded $35,000 to save his land, and then yelling that he owes him. But Kelly is strong survivor now. She's fiercely snapped back. "I owe you nothing," and slammed the phone down. Since Kelly refused to pay, Len takes a secret strike to Catherine's enemy, Gilbert. Gilbert Clary paid off land mortgage in exchange for a lease on the land, just to ruin his mother's plan. And you know, uh, here's the ultimate twist. Back in the New York, Kelly Boss scheduled a massive prime time at the specific feature about California wine country. Kelly has absolutely no choices. She is forced to get on a plane and fly right back into the heart of her own trauma, returning to the Grand Routledge estate to interview Catherine on her home turf. And the story leads us to the right there, at the peak of the grape harvest, where every single lie, family secret, and hidden trauma is about to collide and explode. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for listening my story. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.